Okay, today I am going to show how I'm going to remove this Italian parsley from my herb bed outside and plant it in a pot to be used for culinary use all winter. You can see this plant is growing well in the ground, but with winter coming, I want to have fresh parsley, so I must take this plant inside. As you can see, as I'm talking, I'm raking the mulch away from the plant and getting ready to use that tool every gardener must have, the spade. We all know the spade is a cutting tool, so I'm going to cut a perimeter around this plant. I will be taking most of the roots with me. There's a little bit of root pruning with this, but not enough to hurt the plant. And here, in less than 30 seconds, I have the whole plant out of the ground. Very easy with the spade. Next, I'm going to get rid of some of this garden soil and expose the roots a little bit, but I will cover them back up with potting soil. Alright, filled my hole back in, not leave a spot in my garden, and I have this plant here ready for potting. The next step is we're going to take this inside to the potting bench and plant it on up. Okay, we're in from the garden, we're in the greenhouse, and we're going to take this freshly dug parsley and turn it into a potted plant for winter. Alright, first thing I'm going to do, since I'm going to make this a house plant, not a yard plant, is I'm going to clean up a little bit of the mess. There's some dead stems, a few dead leaves in here, a few tree leaves that got in there during the winter, stayed in there all summer. This is just to have a nice clean plant inside. And now I'm going to take this clay pot here, measure where I want it. I'm going to use my ergonomic trowel to backfill this pot. Now I'm poking the soil in around the edge of the pot to fill in underneath the root ball. Make sure I don't have any air spaces in there. Now we have a freshly potted plant. The last step would be to make up for being dug out of the ground. It's happy home. I'm going to remove a little bit of the foliage. And because this is fresh parsley, it's going straight to the kitchen. And I got most of the root ball of this. If you have to leave some roots in the ground, you can cut up to 1/3 off of this plant. But because I want to use it for fresh parsley this winter, I'm not going to remove that much. Now this is all done. This is all it takes. Water this in, a little bit of fertilizer once a week, and you're going to have fresh parsley all winter.